And we're back. That is like food. Sometimes it tastes good. Sometimes you throw up all over your brand new shoes and ruin them after a night of drinking tequila. It happens. Ask iDoc about the first time she met all my friends. Actually, it wasn't tequila. Wasn't that rum? Her mom was force feeding her giant fish bowls of liquor the night she met all my friends for the first time. Hey, I am eating your avocado toast. I'm like taking bites of it now that I have a break. It's like the tastiest thing I've ever had in my entire life. It's so good. Thank you, Julian. Appreciate it. I'm having fun. I like it. I just wish it was later in the day. Maybe we'll extend longer in the afternoon, but an hour is cool. But let me come back here because I'm usually streaming for like 2 more hours. Sure, my mouth is full. The yolk is probably cold every day. No, it's good. It's really good. Like, I eat the sandwich usually like periodically throughout the stream. It's so good. I find my trading to be better or worse during certain time periods. Have I ever tracked it? I don't really think time periods. Are you talking about like seasonality or like bear market, bull market? I find that my trading is much better in bear market, believe it or not. Bull markets always have the question, we gapped up, do I chase the long, right? And you long, and then you take a hit, you long, you take a hit, and you crawl back to winning. Bull markets are a lot like today, where I was upside down, I crawl back to winning. The bear market mentality is the markets are volatile enough that almost all your pivots hit, and you can always find good trades in a bear market, even though it's riskier and scarier. I tend to be performing a lot better in bear markets as far as like how I feel I do better. But my win rate is pretty consistent in both sides because I still honor the same pivots. That's a great question, though. Corey, did I get your DM? Yeah, I think I got it. I'll hit you up after the stream, bud. All right, so finishing up this day today. Oh, I miscalculated. I thought I was green. Oh, damn thing was covering up. Okay, this is what it was before in my funded stream. I was down. All 4 of my Tradeifys were up. This one was down. And then now, that one trade I made that I closed out. Now it's down 600. So this one is still not green yet. I thought it was green. I don't know. I had that part of the screen covered up. So I still got a little bit of work left to do on this one to make it green. I'm not going to force a trade, but I'm going to see if anything looks better. Resilience is getting slightly better, and we keep supporting bull zone. So I like it. I don't hate it. All right. All right, back to here. Back to here. Let's go. Okay. So what actually happened with the giveaway? Was it that they just threw out the codes too fast? That they threw out the codes too fast. That basically people weren't able to get them fast enough, and that's what happened. Like, you got to be quick. What's up, Abhishek? How you doing, man? That food gave you monster energy. Heck yeah. Oh, was this your first day, Abby, as a mod over there? That's what I thought. That's awesome, man. Nice to meet you. Doc, do I detect a bit of like jalapeno or sriracha or something on here? The sandwich is tangy and spicy. People are so quick, 0.01 second. Even with the code like being manually typed, they can get in that quick. I wonder how they're doing it. Sriracha? Oh. Well, that's awesome, man. Congrats on being a mod over there. All right. So today, wait, what, Victor? He said, once again, you're 3% strawberry. You get like those like mutant strawberries in Germany, like those gigantic ones. The ones that are like, you can hold them in your fist like a baseball. RST. Wait, you're not allowed to post links here in chat. You have to send it to me on Discord. Like the link will get filtered out in chat. The code you seen wasn't from a mod, it was someone else and then already gone. You gotta be quick, yeah. When should one leave their job after becoming consistently profitable as a trader? All right, so this is a big question everybody always asks me. Now, I'm gonna tell you my belief system on this is that trading should never be your primary source of income. That might be a dream killer for a lot of people. I have to tell you, trading should never be your primary source of income. It's gambling. It's risky. There's potential loss. Trading should be a second source of income, an auxiliary source of income. And quitting your job to become a trader is putting all your eggs in the trading basket. Even I don't do that. I've currently got 17 revenue streams now. Trading is money, but it's not the source. Make sure you have some way to have money stored up or money saved up or money rolling in consistently, that the inconsistency of your trading performance isn't the only thing you're riding on. And if that's the case and you're like, well, I'm gonna try it anyways, then make sure you have at least like a year or two worth of bill money saved up and like out of the way that you don't trade with, like money that you're not going to touch. So it doesn't get in the way of your decision making when you're making trades. Like, I need to make money this week or I can't pay my mortgage. Don't ever be in that boat. That makes you trade bad, makes you make decisions you wouldn't make, and you're forcing a lot of trades. So make sure you have money saved up if you're quitting your job, and always quit your job on good terms. Put in your 2 weeks. Don't ever go in there and be like, fuck my boss. I'm tired of this job. Throw your boots on the desk, like you take a dump on his desk and whatever and be like, fuck you, I'm out kind of thing. Don't ever do that, because chances are you might need to go back and get a job again in that industry. So never burn your bridges on the way out. You know what I mean? These are good rules. If you're comfortable, could you expand on some of those streams that others could also do? Yeah, so starting businesses. I run Rocket Scooter, very substantial company. I am CEO of that company. That pays a salary. I am a shareholder. That makes money. Rocket Place is a marketplace where hundreds of vendors host their businesses, just kind of like WAP. You make money off of that. IDOC and I have some investments and things we've invested in. I've got affiliate revenue from the prop stuff. I get, it's like, find what you're good at and try to make revenue streams out of it. And it just depends on what you do. When I put all my eggs in the trading basket way back in the day, I was an engineer, then trying to trade, then engineer, and then trying to trade. I was always bouncing back and forth. Lucky for me, I was able to pick up contract jobs, which is just like a short-term temporary assignment that pays very well. You didn't get benefits or insurance, but it might be like double your hourly rate for 3 months. And that was always fueling my trading way back in the day. And I would take some time off and go back to work at the same time. Do I announce again on Discord that I'm streaming? Oh, yeah. Let everybody know that. Thank you. Oops. Later, boss. I'll buy you a pizza when I'm rich. Since email begging to come back 2 months later. Yeah, he's like, welcome back, Diamond Hands. How was the moon? Right? I love that meme with the McDonald's people. Y'all remember that one? I can find it really quick. It's one of my favorite Wall Street memes right now. It's always like, you know, somebody at McDonald's or somebody at Walmart or something. It's like, see this meme. So like the joke thing is like, you know exactly how this person, whoever it was, quit their job. You know, like fuck you guys. I'm gonna make $1 million as a trader, and all your employees are like, welcome back, Diamond Hands. I always crack up at that one. It's so funny. Real estate is an investment unless you're flipping. Yeah. Real estate is an investment. Real estate's like a bank account with a better return than a savings account. How's my trading day? One of my accounts is down $600. The other accounts are up like 1,500 each. So I'm still kind of like fighting it. I keep on trying to convince myself to take a long at this bull's on bottom in QQQ, and I haven't. I already taken it once, and I'm like, should I take it again? Maybe. Resilience is not getting better in NASDAQ, and resilience is getting slightly better in the S&P. Like, the question is, do we fill the gap today? And the more that I look at it, the less scared I am of it, as the S&P is getting slightly better. But NASDAQ is not budging at all. And it would be rare to break bull zone bottom and continue to fall. It would be like the rare of the cases. I still would rather just kind of like let this play out. I could plant a contract here, as I did earlier in today's trade. Like I took that little scalp. I could plan along. TD ratio is good. But where? To there? And maybe we can fill the gap as well once conditions improve, but they're not improved yet. So I'm going to chill and wait and see if anything better happens. Ideally, the best thing that could happen would be us fall to there, right? And then that'd be even better to support. We'll see. But as long as you're doing it, John, like, you know, making sure that you have, most people still keep their job for a while they transition into being a full-time trader. If you feel comfortable and you have money saved up, that's totally fine. Just make sure you have a fallback. And sometimes your fallback doesn't need to be a second source of income. It just needs to be, you can go back to your job or a job. So make sure that, you know, and a lot of times that people can do, there's a trick, is you can tell your company, hey, I'm going to go on a sabbatical for a year. A lot of times companies will honor that and actually will be okay with that. A sabbatical is you take a break, you know, you've been working so long and you take a sabbatical. That way you always have one chance to come back instead of just quitting your job outright. And then your sabbatical, you can pick up trading. A lot of people take sabbaticals 10 or 20 years into their job and they'll take a, you know, a trip around the world or something. And a lot of companies are very okay with that. You know, it's like quitting without quitting. What's up? I might have the need to throw a party in a moment.
Again?
What's up?
I'm gonna take Pickle to drop him off at his uncle's house. A little bit.
Van?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I don't want Pickle for today. I need him to socialize with Van's dog there. We can look after him like tomorrow. I need a free day.
What are you gonna do tomorrow?
Huh?
Okay, you need a free day tomorrow?
Errands? Yeah, I just can't have Pickle like
Okay.
barking. He's barking so much.
Okay.
Hey, you gotta pick up.
Where does Van live?
No?
Okay. Cool. Have fun.
You ready? Play with it.
Hey. Come here, buddy. Come here. Little big boy. Little big boy. Oh, yeah. Your mom's gonna get rid of you. Taking you to some other house. You're no longer wanted here, according to her.
You don't hear him like barking all over? Like, everyone, I cannot work.
No, I soundproof the office, so I don't have to listen to
I
him.
hate you. He's a handful. I keep him busy so you can stream and make money. I should be at home full time.
Cool. How long are you gonna be on for?
Probably just
That's what I was gonna ask.
Go, Victor. Let's go, Victor. Come on, baby.
Anybody here do wholesale real estate? That's a good question. Anybody here do wholesale real estate? You find a lunch trading group name. People were like saying lunch bunch. Brunch bunch. Lunch crunch and the lunch baggers. Lunchbox swingers. That's kind of cool. All right. Market's been selling, recover, and it's looking like it's trying to do something again. I don't know. Big goal is September, so 8 months. The Crumb Candle Crew. I like it. Your name FAU stream. Your screens are not that crisp and impossible to read over there. Much better in this stream. Maybe some technicalities to work on. Yeah, let me let them know. Yeah. They probably just need to tweak their settings a little bit. Like I stream in I don't know if you guys have a 2K option right now. Am I only streaming? Oh, I'm only streaming in 1080p right now. I could stream in. Why am I not? Hold on. I thought I was streaming in 2K. Hold on. I know I can stream in 2K YouTube. I thought I was, but apparently this is 1080p. But I have a really high bit rate, so it's always going to be clear. I'll make a note for them to up their bit rate a little bit. Does look like it's trying to sell off, huh? EST bulls on bottom every single time. Do I want to take it? What's Spy doing? You know, Spy hasn't interacted with Hedge Pressure in a while. The munch the munch market mob. That is cool. I like that one too. What do I feel? Is this market dying today? That's my real question. The hourly chart just is weird. It's been a while since I've seen like a market like chart that looks like this. Let's explore. Let's look for. I remember there's been a. Like when you go all the way up and come all the way back down the same day, I always get worried that whenever, you know, you go up and come down the same day, it always tries to find lower lows, like exhaust that trade out. You can find an example of this. Let's find something I showed y'all. Like a one-day reversal like this one right here. Like it goes up and it comes all the way down. Usually days like this exhaust to lows and support out. Usually you don't really kind of like crash out, but usually if you go up and come down the same day, it's not pretty. It doesn't halt in the middle and it can get a little worse going forward. This trajectory was already down. But again, I'm not eager to like short this either. But it can start building up a little worse pressure. We haven't had any improvement in resilience after all. And so this area is kind of where market's stuck at. Video down a bit from the open. Yeah, Walker, you nailed it. 100%. Oh. Car washes are easy money. Oh, yeah. Car washes, easy money. Laundromats, easy money. And these days, pickleball courts are easy money. Yeah, for like a side hustle for consistent income while you're trading, yeah. If you can go cashless, even better. If you can invest in the stuff to go cashless, you'll have less what call it, leakage. When you have cash, your employees are going to steal 10% of it. Plus, they can get robbed. No cash, no robbery. Deciding how I want to trade this. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. We are sitting here for the afternoon looking to see if there's any kind of good trades to take. And right now, I don't even see anything good. The question is, don't want to take the long pivot here. S&P resilience is slightly better at the bottom of the box. The second go around. Do I want to risk it in? This account's been beaten up like all day today, I'm telling you. NASDAQ hit lower DD band and still trying to find its way lower. S&P has not yet. Luncheon continues, y'all. S&P is still fairly far away. And it could still complete. So remember, I got puts on the market, you guys. I'm not necessarily crying if the market crashes out while I'm not in a trade. I got puts that need, you know, like I need by next week the market to close here for me to make a whole lot of money. I don't think it's going to happen down in here. I could get lucky. I don't know. But we'll see. They were hedging my long trading. We'll see how it turns out. You want to hear freelance? Freelance what? What's up, Cody? What's up, Cartoon Futures? What's up, Julian? How many people here came from the My Funded Futures show? It's your first time here on the Rock Scooter stream. Let me know. I like to meet new friends and new people, new faces. Don't forget to sub to the channel. I do giveaways every single day here on my stream as well. At 11 o'clock, though. You guys say hello to our new friends. All these folks in here are from my gang. Usually in the morning, we got about 1,000 viewers, give or take. The afternoon is... Normally by the afternoon, there's like 600 or 700 people still hanging on. But I'm going to start streaming again after the My Funded, usually until about 2. Like a kind of hour for market closes my time, so about 3 Eastern. And you guys are welcome to join in. Join in every morning and chill. I do all my live trading, same as I did on that show. A little more serious on the stream, especially when I'm trading. So right now I'm looking for potential longs off of hedge pressure, you guys. That's what I'm looking for today. If I get there, let's see what happens. Is Simon, Simon, are you here? Are you taking the EST on bottom bull zone NASDAQ? You're telling your in this environment, you hit your profit target? You should feel good. Oh, we're breaking bulls on bottom on NASDAQ, aren't we? Oof. Tesla dumping, end of the day. Yeah, breaking bull zone once, twice, 3 times, not better. And actually, NASDAQ stocks are getting worse. It's going to be hard to try to pick a bounce out of this. But maybe S&P will hit some good targets for me to tap. Wait, Don, you hit 2,500? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You're taking along MES. Supporting the bull zone down here. I could long a micro. God, so much I want to push the button right here. Do I want to bet that we hold the bull zone? S&P's getting slightly better. Take NASDAQ. Just one. I know this is such a... I'm going to regret this. I know. But now I'm in a good spot because the market crashes today and my puts make money. If the market dies today, then this is my Tradeify account that's up $50,000. So I don't even care anymore. Like I can take as much loss in this one as I want. I could lose a whole lot and not even care. So I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with that idea. If the market crashes, I'm gonna make real money. Like really, really big money. I'm already regretting that decision, Stu. You know it. What's the most money I lost in a day? In 2020, I was trading my own personal futures account. I had done a pretty big challenge later that year. And before that, I was trading my big account. So I had managed, my account was close to like, I think at that time, I only keep like 50 to 100K in my real account. At that time, there was about 700 or 800K in that account. I worked it up pretty quick. So I was hitting my trades hard on the stream. And back in 2020, some of my days were up and down like $100,000 a day. Like best and worst days. Wasn't normal, but some days it would flush against me. I was trading like, 40, 50 contracts at once. So at biggest trade on average 10 to 20. So on stream, people were watching me take, average up and down was, 20, 30, 40 a day. And then big days were like 100K a day. Yeah. I don't trade that big normally, but on stream I was doing it for about a year. And then I took that money and built Rocket Scooter. Rocket Scooter cost me about like $3 million to build. I bet you guys are glad I spent the money on it. I'd completely crushed it post-COVID. Is that why I don't post P&L? I do post P&L every single day. I post your P&L every day. And the prop stuff, I post my P&L, I post my stats, I post my bank deposits, everything on Twitter. Oh, on Discord? I forget to post to Discord, to be honest. I tweet my stuff daily though. Yeah. I post everything on Twitter, like in the public. Discord has a P&L channel that I forget to post in sometimes. Trust me, I'm up 150K, almost 150K on Tradeify over the last 4 months. And I've been tweeting about that daily. And I have massive green days and I forget to post about it. This is my current P&L for the day. One account is open. These other 4, I've already finished off for the day. I'm done with those. This one right here is the one I'm trading. It's down $600. In our Discord, there's a P&L channel that people post their P&L. It's mostly for the members. But I honestly just forget to post in there, even though I win most all of my days. But on the stream, you'll see all my gains, and I'll post it on Twitter. These 4 months, I've had a good 4 months. Mostly cool to see those profit numbers go up so fast. It's still kind of nerve-wracking to see 6-figure gain and loss. It was a little like, even though, I'm very well off, that's still a lot of money. And it's still kind of like tests you emotionally when you see money move that quick. I'm so used to seeing up and down 10,000 a day. That's not a big deal. I gotten used to that. 100,000, that'd take a while to get used to that. It's not easy. That's not easy on the soul. Are people taking my course profitable? Everyone in chat, somebody's asking, if somebody's taking the boot camp, are they profitable? Or somebody's asking about the boot camp. You guys feel free to answer that if you want. The boot camp's only $20. That's the best part. Like we kind of are like, we're kind of like Wall Street pirates here. We're kind of like, we do things our own way. I personally believe I have the best trading course, period, on day trading. And I never wanted to sell it and make a lot of money off of it. I always wanted to just give it away to people. And so we made the minimum price necessary to host the 20-day trading course. It's 20 days. It's $1. You pay $1 a class. There's no gimmick. There's no like hidden costs or anything. The whole boot camp is $20. It's 20 days for $20. And we have 2 employees that they edit the videos and make the handouts and all that. And the $20 actually goes into a pot that just pays their salary. So I really don't make any money off of it. And it's a perk for people that use Rocket Scooter. It's free. It's kind of nice. Our goal was to create something that was accessible to a lot of people. And I do very well in life. I don't need to sell a trading course. I know a lot of market gurus and trading gurus, they want to go out there and you know, $500, hurry, act now, join my 3-day only boot camp, you know, and selling you a dream or whatever. I'm just like, look, I'm going to teach you substantial trading techniques and probabilistic approach to the markets, risk management, position management. I'm going to charge you $1 per session, and we don't need to make money off of that. So these are some of the handouts we're working off of today. This is from the boot camp as well. This is one of the trades, that D band short setup. I mean, that long setup at the bottom was one of the ones you guys are looking at today. And right now we're walking up to bull zone bottom on NASDAQ. That is kind of like that every single time trade setup that we look for. And you guys know bull zone bottom, DD ratio greater than half is the trade I'm looking to take, which is nice and solid. So I'm up a little bit on this account. This is the account I'm trying to fight to get back to being positive. And so hopefully we get it. You made 240K in one trade. Are you kidding? Dude, that's amazing, dude. And you bought Milwaukee Impact Drill to celebrate. That's killer, man. So people are saying that they're on a 12-day green streak. These are just people in the stream. Just started last month, just passed the combine today. Wow, Lynn, I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy. You know, we talked when I was out in Austin, we were talking about you. I was saying, like, I have a friend, Lena, gonna get her in the boot camp. I was like, oh, amazing. I'm glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Much better trader. Had a profitable system before with Matt's work. It levels much easier to take. Confluence is invaluable. Cool, cool. First two classes helped you a fair amount. Inside the platform, it shows the option stuff. The way that we present it in our platform, it doesn't show anything more than what we present on the screen, but it gives you all the information for gamma exposure levels and stuff. We don't give you, like, yes, the answer to your question is yes, but what you see is what it is. We do all the derivations for you and present it on the chart for you. Platform is different from the course, yeah. Course is on all kind of betting strategies, risk management, position sizing strategies, all that kind of stuff is in the course. And the platform is, you know, learning my kind of technique. If you're interested in it, that's there. And also, if you are using our platform, this is like a sales pitch for it, but if you do use our platform, the bootcamp is free, actually. It's a free perk for members of the bootcamp. There we go. Bull side EST, let's hopefully run up. Now, I'm not getting resilience love on S&P yet. I am trading proxy on NASDAQ. NASDAQ resilience is still garbage, so I don't really know. Hopefully hit the bull zone bottom, keep going, but we'll see. Like I said, I popped one contract at it. This account is now $100 negative. So hopefully I can get this account green. Not that I let that motivate me. I don't try to make an account green like it matters. I shouldn't be thinking like that. Those are dangerous thoughts. Platform is $99 for the first month. And then $159 each month after. It's normally $200 a month, but there's this grandfather sale we've had, and we decided to keep the price there. So it's gonna be $159 locked in forever after the second month, or on the second month. And we have a community of like 10,000 something people. We have a huge Discord. Our Discord is very valuable, I think, as far as like for a new trader. The community there is all people that are really trying really hard to do this, and it's very educational, and it's like not a lot of goofing off, and I love this community. I use algo trading. I don't trade with the automation. Nope. If res is less than 0, right? Why bet long off the box? Well, blind monkey, right? And I always bet towards half cap as a pivot. Now, again, you nailed why it's not that strong of a pivot. I still take it most of the time. If resilience is getting better, I try to bet that maybe it'll become even better while I'm in the trade. If we're below the box with negative res, then clearly it is resistance. So I got a really strong, solid stop right there. The reward to the risk is pretty big, while the probability of this trade is low. I still always take bull setups if I can find them. The idea is I'm longing at the bull zone bottom. We're trying to be long at the bull zone bottom. And I got really lucky just grabbing along on this overshoot, betting that we do close above here 90% of the time. Your bull zone bottom is much stronger than your gap fill. While it's not looking so hot down in here, it's not looking the best. I still decided to take the long with one contract, keep it small. You can see that it's trading view. So what we did with our platform was we built our own platform, and we just use trading views charts right here. So all that's trading view is just this. And a lot of like Project X did the same thing. You know, we built our platform around trading views, awesome charting library to make sure like, you know, our information is here and outside exterior to the chart. That was a quick and easy way for us to not have to spend years just building charts from scratch. It's technically not TradingView, like your TradingView account won't work here, but it's like a cracked version of TradingView. We cracked it and made it better. It's TradingView white label, essentially. 67 my stop. I would say roughly my stop is going to be about let's see, about right there. 20. Actually, oh, that is a good question. You know what I'm going to do? No, because this can be a long pivot again. I'm actually going to make this really tight. I'm going to give it 45 and just trade it back up to be above the zone. Right now, because if it falls my full 40 points from the bottom here, there's still another long pivot off of that. That's the one problem with this, is that there's a lot of room for me to find bull pivots even from way down in there. So I think I'm just going to scalp this maybe to bull zone and better, just that we stay above it. That's my goal. It's to stay above bull zone. Most days it should hold. But well, we'll see what we got. Do I expect resistance on bottom of bull zone? Never. It's never a resistance pivot. It's always like a long magnet when you touch it. Like when you touch it, I like to chase into it. Just like the stream today, right when we touched it, I longed on it. When it supported. So like it busted through, tapped it, I jumped in on the long. Any pivot can act as resistance, right? And in this mode, if it touches it, I don't ever try to short off of it though. More often than not, it should hold if this ratio is greater than half. And it's just crazy. We haven't really been getting a lot of momentum today, especially with all this selling. It does not look good. Like it really doesn't look good at all. The overall market looks pretty bad. But I'm still going to err to the bull side. What I got. Bull and bear zone is an options trick that just tells you something's bullish or bearish. There are more market maker calls in the money than puts in the money here. So therefore, the stock itself has more bulls than bears. Market maker options are hedging their position to take the other side of your trade. So a bull zone just means there's more people longing at that point than shorting at that point with the existing pivots, existing positions. So these pivots, basically the bet is that if you open in bull zone, you close in bull zone 90% of the time. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Being a rocket shooter, our back test was really, really, really strong on a lot of these different setups. I'll show you some of them here. Under ideal conditions, which we do have right now today, bull zone bottom supports 90% of the time. If you open above here, it'll stay above here by the end of the day, 90% of days. MHP also 90, blue hedge pressure 80 under ideal conditions. The green line is 92% of days won't break through it. So some of our pivots are 80, 90% probable. And what it is just market structure. Market structure doesn't break that easily. It's not a guarantee that it's going to, make money every time. But it's very high probability. It's very rare that we break out of this bull zone and keep falling unless conditions deteriorate. And the stocks have been rock solid. Even though some of them are trading down, some of them are trading up, they're not crashing today. And the DD ratio has been 0.8 all day long. 80% of the stocks are in a bull zone themselves. So if the stocks are in a bull zone, the index is likely to maintain bull zone as well. And that's really the bet a lot of people make. Like S&P falling in its bull zone and still pivoting away from that bottom. So this bottom is a really strong repulsive force for breaking. Like this is like extremely strong support. And I always take the bet that it does. And if whether I'm wrong, right or wrong, doesn't matter. I always take the bet. Very strong. You see how we're like crashing out and then there's like this magic lifting pressure from there. That's just because the index, SPY is tracking the stocks, right? SPY is tracking the index, which is the sum of the stocks. And so the stocks are not crashing out. The stocks are actually doing better since here. They've actually been in a rally mode since there. Yeah, all this is taught in the boot camp. Boot camp's every day at 4 Eastern for about an hour, hour and a half. And we go extensively through this. And then we go through all 20 classes and we start over and repeat. Our boot camp is like the best thing that we do. Absolutely. Sorry, I wasn't meaning for this to be like a pitch. So many people are asking about it though. If you care to go see like what it's about, there's you can go to the Rocket Place website and you can read all the reviews. People have like left all these reviews about the boot camp. And these are all the customers that have been through it. I mean, it's just like, there's a lot of pretty rave reviews here. People like it. For sure. And yeah. And it's only $1 a class, so very cheap. All right. Our masterclass is all about betting. It's like teaching you how to bet properly. The right size position for the right type of bet, waiting for pivots, waiting for A+ setups, how to look for that, how to find volume, where to set a stop, what's your risk and reward, confluence, everything. Oh my God, now I'm back to start. See, Nasdaq is trying to fight that pivot. I was really happy that I was kind of breaking even for the day. This is typically honored very well. This doesn't break that often. Even in a trend, it doesn't matter. Market structure doesn't usually break often. It's rare that it does. And if QQQ or Nasdaq breaks from here, it can get pretty bad. If it continues to sell from here, this is roughly 200 points lower. So Nasdaq can fall another 200 points if it continues to sell off from here. Well, I'm still maintaining a specific spot. I'm going to close at about 340. If 340, and because it can fall another 200 points, and which I'm totally fine with because this account is only down like $600. I'm not really too crazy about taking a big reversal bet. Okay, I'll take it up. Like I'm gonna take the loss. $500, no big. This account is up 50,000. This is my big Tradeify account. This is the only one I'm trying to turn green today. So now it's back down to being like $1,200 down. So that trade, I was down 600. I was hoping I was going to break even on that one, at least and turn green. Now this is the total. All my accounts are closed. I'm just working on this one account right here. I don't think it's going to happen today. I might just have to take my loss and eat it. Yeah. Is resilience a leading? No, resilience is a leading indicator. Oh, S&P resilience just went positive. Hold up. Wait. Please tell me that that's not going to be the case. Maybe I do want to trade this at lower box. Well, S&P just got better. Declining candle, increasing resilience, guys. Okay, let's bounce off the box. Fuck it. I'm going to take this, but in S&P only. This is big. Resilience is a leading indicator, by the way. Resilience just popped up while index just swept down. Okay, I'm going to take it. Resilience is telling me the potential to fill the gap. And resilience being positive means that the stocks have now moved this way. And let's see if I'm right. But fuck NASDAQ, though. Let's just take a medium-sized bet in the S&P. That's a little less brutal today. DD band is definitely nearby. That's my one thought here, is the DD band is nearby as well. And I'll be willing to hold this one on S&P. 10 points lower on this is just another $1,000. Like I said, this account is at 50 grand. I have extreme amount of buffer on this account. If I lose 3 or 4 grand today, so be it. I'm only down $1,200 on this one though. Under most conditions, resilience acts as a leading indicator. Come on, S&P. Hit that 5,900 and hold. That's what we want to see. Hedge pressure hold, positive res. Things look good. All right. I'll tap one more on it. 3. Be back. Am I losing money? I've had a huge, like I'm covered in water. Look at this. We're all like soaking wet. I completely dropped this while I was trying to fill it up, and now I'm completely soaked. I'm gonna lose money on top of that to make the day worse. Hang in there, S&P. Hold on. I'll be right back. I need to get like, ow. I'm completely drenched. My account dying? Okay, we're good. Oh, I get my water again. It looks like a peep of pants. Ah, all right, we're back. That's better. No stop bathroom trip. That's confidence, baby. Let's hold that bull zone bottom with that positive res. Oh, res just dove down again. What the hell? Come on, get better. So guys, don't forget to sub to the channel. We are here live streaming every single day. Of course, I'm on My Funded Futures every afternoon. Just one. Just this one account. The only one I'm working on. Come on, S&P. Oh, no. I took a dive back down. I was getting so happy about that. Hang on, S&P. I got excited when I saw Res take a leg up. All right. Maybe no on this trade. I know I keep trying to take a stab at it. 5,900 hold today. Come on. Let's see if it does. You don't like the higher lows on UVXY? I don't like the higher lows on VIX either. I've been watching that too. You nailed it. That's the discomfort I have of today's market, especially VIX is rejecting this triple B and starting to leg up today. It doesn't look like that the bull market's going to be an easy market anymore. We're still going to have this stupid volatility for a while. That Nasdaq candle is just looking pretty gross. It'd be nice if it were to recover at least some of that today, but this is not my favorite looking chart. Like right here, this is just gnarly looking. While you'd have really strong supports here, I'm just not like the happiest about it. So starting next month, so we do on this stream in the mornings, we do a ton of giveaways. I know you guys from my Funded Futures data giveaways as well. Here I give away about like 100 and something, 120 accounts every single month. I have so many prop partners. Yeah, I'll do giveaways. I give away pretty much everything on the stream. So you guys are ever here in the mornings, we do giveaways pretty much daily at 11 o'clock Eastern every single day. Right before I go live on there, I'm an affiliate with FundedNext, with Apex, with MyFunded, and Tradeify, a couple others. ETF. I'm a live funded trader with ETF, and I also have a live account with MyFunded Futures now. So that'll be fun. Come on, bull zone bottom. Hang in there, baby. 80% of days hold above bull zone bottom. Which prop firm do I use the most and why? FundedNext and Tradeify are the ones I use the most. FundedNext and MyFunded Futures are exactly the same as far as what they offer. They're both top tier. The only reason FundedNext is because I've been using them first. FundedNext and MyFunded Futures exactly going to be the best. They're both amazing value. No reason to use one over the other. This is an uncapped version of MyFunded Futures. Both of them are great. Tradeify for straight to funded is what I usually trade the most. So on this stream, you're going to see me trading three things. I'll be trading my MyFunded Futures live account. I'll be trading my Tradeify straight to funded accounts. And I'll be trading my FundedNext funded accounts as well, all for different reasons. Tradeify straight to funded because I'm on a path to try to make 150,000 with them. I'm up 139 right now. Plus today is probably going to be up 100, 143. So my goal is to get to 153 and go live with Tradeify. Then my next goal was to be live with, be on the leaderboard with TopStep. I'm trying to do a bunch of different goals as a trader. And MyFunded Futures to build the live account clearly just for profit. And then FundedNext is an uncapped payout. So I'm going to try to get I'm trying to make like $1 million payout. Like a lot of my friends that are out there making $100,000 or $500,000 payouts is like one of their things they're doing. With FundedNext, no DLL with the sale they're having, and it's uncapped. I'm trying to go for a big fat payout in the sim funded part, just to brag and say that I did it. So that's the goal with all these different ones. Normally on my stream, you're going to see me trading the Tradeifys or the MyFundeds. FundedNext, I do off screen, and so I can focus on this current challenge, which is 150K with Tradeify. As soon as I pass that challenge, I'll focus something else on the stream. So, the patient, yeah, no problem, man. I really appreciate you guys being here. Please check Halcyon Trader Funding. No, I'm not gonna work with them. I'm not gonna go get a code. I can't get any more codes. I don't want to, because I'm kind of like capped out. Because I already have, I can't just have 20 million affiliate codes. It doesn't serve you guys that well. I have to pick a reason to use each firm. Each firm that I work with has a reason to use them. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I just can't I'm not a product salesman. That's not my job. And my goal is to provide quality that I've confirmed, that I've used, that I've got paid out with, or that I'm live with. And have maybe 5 or 6, right? Total. I get an email once a day from some firm or for some company throwing money at me to rep their products on my stream. Hey man, we'll give you $10,000 if you do this. Hey man, we'll give you $3,000 if you tweet this. Hey man, we'll give you $5,000 if we can mention this on your stream once a week. I get constantly, I'm constantly turning down money. And all these prop firms the same way. Hey man, we'd love to work with you. Hey man, we'd love to work with you. Hey, we'll pay you. We'll pay you more. What are they paying you? We'll pay you more. And I'm just I'm working with the bigs, the ones that I know work, the ones that I know pay out, the ones that I know have no shenanigans. And while Halcyon might be a good company, I don't know anything about them. I have no capacity to work with new firms. I just don't. They seem to be good, from what other people said. But also, the reason I won't consider them is because they put me off by showing up in one of my comment threads advertising their business. And because of that, I find it to be tacky and I was insulted and I'll never work with them because they insulted me. I had a comment thread talking about one of my current partners' sales and they dropped in posting a sale of their own. I find it to be childish. I find that to be not professional and not respectful. I'd never work with somebody that does that. I understand trying to grow and market your business by dropping in influencer comments to get marketing cred or visibility, but you need to pay for that. Like, the equivalent of you being a chef and I walk into the front of your restaurant with a fucking box of tacos trying to sell it to your customers. Yeah, you can't do that. And because they did that, I wouldn't ever work with them just because it wasn't like approach. Tradeify and all these other ones, they approach you professionally and say, hey, you know, we'd love to work with you. How much do you charge? You know, they know what the business is. And they didn't come to me like that. Like, what's your, you know, how much is it? And even so, I'm not even looking for money. It's more along the lines of, you know, I wouldn't think that it doesn't mean they're a bad firm. Don't get me wrong at all. Nothing bad against the firm. Their product looks great. Their stuff looks great. I looked at it. But, you know, they interrupted me doing my job while I was promoting one of my partners. They jumped in the middle with an ad of their own. So I was kind of like, they're so desperate to advertise, they're going to get in the way of my job. So then I was kind of like, I don't see that there's a valuable 50-50 two-way split partnership there. Something like that was beneficial to them and detrimental to me. And for those reasons, I'm out. Yeah. But nothing wrong with them. They seem like a great firm. I just get to choose who I work with. Are the codes for the streamers all the same discount? No, they're not. Some streamers get different discounts with different firms. Like every once in a while, Pat will get like an extra discount for Apex. But generally speaking, the codes are the same for all streamers, yeah. Every once in a while, somebody will get like an exclusive sale or discount. We get them sometimes. Rips gets them sometimes. Pat gets them sometimes. Brian gets them sometimes. Oh, shit. All right. S&P's doing okay. Resilience is doing slightly better. I'm going to trade blue to blue on this. I did take 3 on it. This account is still down $600 right now. I doubled down at blue. Yeah, that works. Props are so competitive out there, man. There's so many of them, and they're all decent. It's just the newer firms, like example of like, if a firm is going to come to me and say, hey, I'll give you $20,000 a month, or I'll give you $80,000 a month, the offers are crazy. A lot of your influencers out there are making 6 figures a month at some of these firms. You know they have money to spend. If they have money to spend, they have money to pay you guys out. If somebody's like, hey, I'll give you $1,000 a month to like promote my brand, I go, oh man, if you're that cheap, how do I know you're not going to rug pull my followers? And from my point of view, I have a business interest on making sure you guys don't get scammed or schemed. So I'm very particular about who I work with because I only work with people I know. And especially like my Funded Futures. I mean, I've had lunch with Matt Leach. I've gone out to visit him, you know. Brett, I've been friends with Brett for a long time, you know, with Tradeify. The people that work at these firms I work with, I know them, and I know that they're looking out to do well for the community. But there's a million prop firms out there. You got to be very careful who you work with because you never know who's behind the scenes and whatever. So I'm very cautious. Someone new that I don't know will have to come at me and say, you know, let's arrange a business arrangement. This is how much we're offering, blah, blah, blah. Then I'd have trust. Okay, these guys have money. And if they have money, then they can pay you out. Most of them will just be like, hey, can you be an affiliate for our product and help sell our things? I'm like, how do I know you're going to pay people out? And that's my thing. If you guys go out there on something, I'm going to trim one more because I'm at blue pivot. I'm going to hold 2 to let it run. So I took profit from blue to blue. I took 3 on the pivot and then I got here and trimmed to 2. I'm going to hold 2. And when we break through blue, I'll hold 1 as a runner up to half cap and let it ride. So I'm going to turn this account green for the day. But yeah, so this is Res S&P going positive, guys. This is exciting. So I'll have to hold 2 all the way back up. S&P is about 14-point run to half gap. Half gap and then some, maybe gap fill if Res turns positive. Breakout a good firm? I have no idea. Never heard of them. Honest and transparent. And I think that you guys respect that, because I feel like a lot of the influencers and stuff will pull the wool over your eyes and just be like, whatever. I try to be as fully transparent as possible. Like sometimes people come in there like, bro, you're only promoting that product because they're paying you. I'm like, no, I'm promoting that product because they're paying me a lot. And I also promote it because I like it. I wouldn't promote something I don't like. I don't hide behind the fact that certain things are what they are, and then they definitely tell you all the truth about it. But to me, I don't want, if you guys, like I say, it's a business decision, right? I'm not some fucking Mother Teresa here, but business decision. If I recommend a prop firm that rug pulls all you guys, y'all are going to hate my guts, and I'm going to lose business across the board. I'm going to lose credibility. I'm going to lose respect. I have financial interest to make sure you guys don't get screwed over. I hope y'all respect that. Because you guys using the codes, we make money, and you hopefully make money, and everybody's good. So I would never like go out there. And even when I use a new firm, like FundedNext was a new firm in futures, they're really big in CFDs and Forex, right? But they're, or CFDs, but they're not like big in futures. And so I told you guys, like, I'm working with them, but I'm using them also to see if they got paid out, right? And I got 2 payouts in the first 10 days, and they paid me. I got paid within 24 hours. I'm like, hey, good. But I always told you guys, hey, this is a guinea pig. I'm checking this out. I'll join if you guys are doing it, I'll do it with y'all. I'll risk my money too. We'll either sink or swim together, baby. And then they paid me out. So no shenanigans, no issues. I'm like, okay, that's good. But I usually won't recommend anything unless I've tried it myself. And for those reasons, I'm out. Yeah, I'm just a little worried on their ability to pay if their goal of marketing is, and they did it, and they didn't just do it to me, they did it to Brian as well. And that's where I was kind of like, okay, that's a marketing strategy. What they did was FundedNext is having this huge sale right now, and they win every single FundedNext's post from every influencer and drop their own brand inside of it. Normally, that's like, normally these Michael Jordans of trading are getting offered like 5-6 figures a month to promote a brand. It's like you're not really big player if you're not making a comparable offer. And a lot of the big influencers only work with the big players going forward. Well, that's good for you guys because you don't want a firm that's going to run out of money. That's right. But the ones I work with are all top tier, S tier. My Funded Futures, one of the best in the industry. Tradeify, one of the best in the industry. They're all great for different reasons. Top of my screen, you'll see them all. Tradeify is the best straight to funded. My Funded Futures, the expert accounts are like the best prop account period in existence. Like them and Top Step are like seen as the 2 best end of the day drawdown accounts that exist. FundedNext is equal to those 3 now. ETF has a straight to funded program that's good, but also they have the best static account out. They have a static with the $2,000 drawdown. It's 3 times better than Apex's. And then Apex, if you want like cheap entry level trailing drawdown accounts. So there's a reason I only work with that small group. Each one of them has a value prop that's decent. People are attracted to prop for the leverage. I wouldn't say the leverage. I'd say people are attracted to the prop for the cost. The risk is very low. The reward to risk ratio is extremely high with the prop. The idea that, oh, I can pay $500 and withdraw $1 million is very enticing to a lot of new traders. Even though it's not reality, it's really what gets people in the door. Like, oh, I can just buy 20 Apex accounts for $20 each. And this guy on Twitter made like a $1.6 million payout for $2,000 of input. I'll take a chance at that. And that's what people will come to their props for, is this a low barrier of entry to substantial gains. You don't have to risk all your money to make that. How much you have to make to get a payout with FundedNext? All you have to make is $500 in 5 days of trading. And you could take 50% of your account out as a payout. So to compare like My Funded Futures and FundedNext, My Funded Futures has no consistency rule, which is great on the expert. No consistency rule at ever, which is amazing. But they also have a like limited payout, right? FundedNext has a consistency rule, but unlimited payout. So it's kind of like apples and oranges. What's your game? Funded Futures, you want steady, faster payouts. FundedNext is if you want the big Grand Slam payout. And to each their own, right? And my FundedNext, my Funded Futures live account, I'm not going to be swinging for home runs. I'm going to be doing base hits, trying to build that account slowly on the stream. And maybe I can, whatever I do is just show you guys, growth over time. The FundedNext, I'm trying to nail like the $1 million payout. This account is finally green, baby. Woo! If I could close it right now, the one that was down $1,200 is finally up $112. Not that that matters, but let's take a look at what I got. Resilience is good. Everything's good. I said I'm going to pass the blue. I'm going to hold one for a runner. Let's go. Now I got real lunch money, baby. Now my 5th account finally green. Oh my God. What a day. What a day. $500 total, Matthias, to get the payout. So you have to pay out, you have to take at least $250 of payment. And you can only take 50% of your account to do the math. You need at least $500 of profit over a 5-day period. So you can do $100 a day, whatever. But after 5 days of trading, you need just 500 in. And then whatever the balance is, you can take half of it out every single day. You can request a payout daily. I mean, sorry, every 5 days, you can request a payout. And after 30 days, you can request 100% of the balance. So that's why a lot of the traders for challenges, you guys like on the stream, like me and Tyler, Brian, and a bunch of us are all going to be like, let's try to do a grand slam. Like, let's see if we can't race each other to $1 million or something just for fun. And we'll probably all blow up. Who knows? We're a bunch of knuckleheads, but it'll be fun because the idea that you have no DLL and uncapped, we all have different strategies on how to get there. The idea is to take it really slow out the door and build a buffer, then use that buffer to leverage against the account and then blow the account faster or blow it up faster, like halfway down the road. So an example is I'm going to try to build the accounts to like 10 or 15K profit and not take a payout. And instead use all that money as buffer to get a bigger payout down the road. So I'm not going to like make 10 grand and take 5 out and make 10 grand and take 5 out. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make 10 grand and leave 10 grand in and keep going. I'm going to use that to leverage the account to take additional drawdown, especially in times like now where volatility is high. You're going to need all the fat you can, not bust the accounts up. So I'm going to use the FundedNext to try to get, you know, the big legendary $1 million payout if I can. Chances are very small. Could take all year, but all quarter, whatever. Who knows? But it would be fun. It's a good challenge. You hear that TPT is going bankrupt. Where did you hear that from? I haven't heard that. Take profit is one of the strongest code uses I have. Probably the strongest. People use take profit more than they use anything else in this stream. So I haven't heard anything bad about them. So how am I building up build up to that 10K though? Okay, look. So with these accounts are going to have $100,000 baseline, okay, with no DLL. And I'm going to try to aim for 1,000 to 2,000 a day. To build it up to 110. And this is going to basically be like a 1 contract, maybe 2 max on NASDAQ. Once I get it to 110, I might step it up like 2 to 3 and then just build the contract further than that. At about, or sorry, 120, not 110, sorry, 120, then jump to 2 to 3. Then at 150, I'll jump from like 3 to 4 and just scale it that way. 3 to 4, every contract on NASDAQ is roughly going to be about $800 per trade. So this is roughly 1,600, give or take. This is roughly 2,400 a day. So 2,500 a day, give or take. And then this is $3,000 a day or 3,200 a day. So I'm going to scale that way. Where it's just a... kind of like that. Then once, if I can get 50K buffer in those accounts, then the days that I get like really, really, really good, everything lines up, you'll see me hit it with like 10 or 20 contracts. I'll risk the entire fat I build up to get a couple 100K days in there by hitting them 5 to 10 contracts heavy on like a strong bull pib when everything lines up or whatever. And then really build fat on the couple of good days that I get that ability to do so. So FundedNext doesn't have a live program yet. They have a SimFunded account program where once you pass your eval after 3 days, you go funded. It only takes 40% consistency. Only takes 3 days to pass, and then you go funded on the 4th day, and then you only need 5 days to make a payout. They don't have a live account though. There, it's all SimFunded. Take Profit has the best business model, somebody said. I think they do because they make it easy to go funded, they make the funded account harder. The trailing drawdown on funded is the reason they're going to survive. That's an amazing business plan for them. I don't use them because I don't like trailing drawdown. But when you go live, when you go funded, it's trailing drawdown, which is crazy. It's hard. It's so hard. That's why I don't do it. Resilience above 0. Oh yeah, Neto, you got it, baby. I'm in that long. I got a long over here. S&P. I finally turned that red account green, the one I was fighting all morning. The one that ate my lunch all day. It's up like maybe like $200 now. It's finally green. So I got all 5 of my TradeFis are green now. Which is nice. May I pull the shares up to the end of the session? If resilience stays positive, probably. Yeah, but rest assured, guys, I will only I will absolutely like only work with a firm that I know has a high probability of paying out and a low probability of rug pulling. I gotta keep my ear to the ground of like, you know, rumors and like what's the probability they're gonna go bankrupt, blah blah blah. Like Apex with all their rule changes, kind of crazy. You know, we used to have a futures one or whatever it's called. We call it Teamy One now. What is it called? Top One Trader. We had an account, but they broke too many of my ethical rules that I actually messaged them and told them to delete my code. I said, I'm refusing to work with you guys further. Delete my code. I actually never made a sale for them, thank God. But yeah, so like if somebody doesn't pass my quality check, I'm gonna terminate. I don't care if I can make $1 million a year with them. If I don't like something they're doing, I'm gonna terminate the code. I won't even keep it just to make a few extra bucks because somebody's like, you got the code. To me, it's an honor if I have a code of yours. It's an honor for your firm. I really have checked you out and I give you my stamp of approval. So I'll be super picky. And I told those guys, like, I was like, just delete my code. I don't plan on ever using it. I don't want anybody to use it. So I'm picky like that. You can't just buy me out. I only want to work with the best of the best. Rabon, see you later, bud. Safe flight, dude. Is there any prop with instant deposits and withdrawals? So a prop, you're not depositing, withdrawing money. The way the prop firms work in the US or the sim funded firms is that you're paying them a monthly fee and they're giving you a paycheck back. You're not depositing money into the account. In that regard, which ones pay out daily? Take Profit pays out daily. TradeFi pays out daily. Well, I'm sorry. Let me start over. TradeFi doesn't pay out daily. So daily payouts, where you can request a payout every single day, is Take Profit. That's the one that people do. What's my fund of futures? I'm not really sure. What's their payout schedule? You guys might know. You guys might know on their expert account. Is it every day as well? Always do lunch live? Yeah, I'll always do lunch live. Is it 14 days? Oh, okay, there's this 14 days. Okay. Admittedly, I've not used, I'm new to the prop space myself, so I've not used every single account everyone has yet. Okay, so it's 14 days. Yeah, so Take Profit's the daily payout one that everybody likes. FundedNext is every 5 days. TradeFi is every 10 days. My Funded's every 15 days. That's right, 14 days. Do I have to build a buffer for the next funded accounts? No. You just need to have a... Let me see how much it is. You have to get to a certain profit target. Let me look at it. Let me find it really quick. You need to get $500 total profit in the cycle. That's it. 5 benchmark days, $500 of profit, and that's it. So you don't need to get any kind of buffer or anything. Tradeify removed the payout windows on May the 1st, but you still have to wait 10 days to get a payout. So Tradeify, you had to wait 10 days, and then you had to request a payout from like the 1st to the 3rd, and then like every there was a window of only a certain period of time that you can request a payout. So if your 10 days ended after the payout cycle, you'd have to wait another 10 days, which people are getting mad about. So they don't have payout windows anymore, but they still have payment cycles. That makes sense. No DLL and 40%, Sly Fox. That is the new deal, yeah. What's huge about the 5%? No DLL. Imagine any end of the day drawdown account with no DLL. It's just like Top Step, basically, but it's 40% off. And they have uncapped payouts and no profit split. And they pay you within 24 hours. And if they don't, you get a $1,000 bonus. And when you get to a certain payout, they give you a bonus on top of that based on your eval performance. And you can DCA in the accounts. You can basically do everything you want to do. It's like the golden rules right now. That's why every influencer in town, there's only a few people that had the inside scoop, like Brian, me, and a couple others. But once we started promoting it, we heard about it, everybody out there ran and got a code last minute, and everybody's pumping this sale because they know it's like the gold standard of like trading accounts. It's you don't really get much better than that. And it's only for 4 days. So everybody at least just grabbing them just to give it a shot for uncapped payouts. Yeah. See you at the boot camp. Oh yeah, we got boot camp in an hour. Oh, that's right. The FundedNext ones, that's what everybody's talking about. But it's, I thought I had 40% up here. What the heck? Hold on. Sorry about that. 40% off. Can you do 650K cartoon? That's it. 650K. Yep. Prop live trading are not part of the open interest and payouts are gamified. Wonder why there's nobody live using TradingView with a broker and real money. What do you mean? Why there's nobody live? Are you... Try to like rephrase that sentence. Why there's nobody live using TradingView with a broker and real money. What does TradingView have to do with anything? What's up, Gamma? Yeah, dude, I decided to come back after the My Funded show just to kind of keep trading. Are you saying nobody on YouTube trades with real money? Know what you're saying? I'm saying nobody live. So I trade with real money. On my YouTube show, I mostly just trade with props though. Hour, one more trade. I'm gonna trade. I'm with you, Am. I'm here with the long. I'm hoping S&P fills the gap. I don't know. I'm sitting on it. I'm up 800, 700 bucks. Most of your people on YouTube, and I learned this as being a streamer since 2016, is that really people are going to watch what they want to watch. And right now, the audience all wants to see props. So that's the only reason I really started doing it, was because when I was trading my real account, you would think it'd be kind of cool. And somebody asked me earlier, what was my biggest like wins and losses per day? And I was like, yeah, I had 100K wins, 100K losses some days. And people were like, wow, that's crazy. But you know who wasn't watching? Everybody. It wasn't really that popular. People didn't care. In the dawn of like Apex and all these big prop firms with all these influencers doing like 20 accounts with all these payouts, the audience just was born out of that. Audience wasn't born to trade futures live, like real accounts. So 99 out of 100 futures traders all do props. And there's really like, the reason I got into it was because the audience wanted to see it. Our YouTube channel was like growing really big, and then props came out, we got really small. Then when I joined props, we got really big again. And it's kind of like, okay, well, we got to do what the audience wants. So the money is real in a prop account. Well, yeah, the money is real in the prop accounts for sure. Well, these accounts though, it's not real money. It's all sim funded. So it's all simulated. 465. I don't disagree with you, man. I can see it. But also, this kind of channel here has me kind of nervous. Like, I want to take whatever pop I get. You know, QQ hits that bull's on bottom, be kind of nice. Push this forward higher. You can pushing from prop to live with $1,000 and micros on NQ. Not a bad plan, James. Micros is a good strategy for that amount of money. Like 5G and 1 million. So Moose, one of my challenges in 2020 was I took half of the margin requirement in the S&P, $6,700 at the time. And my goal was to take that to $1 million on stream on YouTube. And the first 75 days of that trading account, I didn't lose a day. I had 75 days. Every day it was like winning streak. Day number 4, day number 5, day number 10. And literally 75 days in 2020. There's a lot of people here that were here for that. I got all the way up to almost 100,000. I was at like 95,000. And then I decided to stop streaming on YouTube once I was building Rocket Scooter. So what happened was we were kind of getting ready to launch Rocket Scooter. And we were getting ready to soft launch it. And we had launched our first app version of that. And the first app was having all kind of bugs and problems. And the YouTube and entertaining people at the same time. I needed to focus on centering the business. So instead we moved our stream to Zoom. I continued the challenge. But on YouTube, the very last day, it was at 95 grand. Which is kind of cool. So that was a fun challenge. And if you go like, probably got like pictures of that somewhere. But I was posting the P&L every day, the entire account balance and everything. I call it the million challenge. So it started with 6,700, which was nice. And I slow grind it. So traded it up. So it was like, I think 9 months, 8 or 9 months to take the 67 to 95 slowly. Little by little. How's the view count? Yeah, it was pretty huge. And we were getting like maybe 2,000 views per stream. Back then that was big. There wasn't a big audience for futures. Back then there weren't even a lot of future streamers. There was like Pat and Matt and me probably doing futures. There weren't a lot of other people. And then for that time, that was big. At that time, way back then, Matt was the biggest streamer. Matt was probably pulling in like 3,000 to 5,000 views. I was probably the second biggest streamer. Like there was a time when Pat was smaller than both of us, way back in the day. And Pat just like ramped up and got super huge, which is awesome. He's done very well for himself. But we're like the 3 OGs of like YouTube futures. And then props got big. Now everybody's doing props on YouTube now. Oh, well, come on, S&P. Don't break my heart. But 2,000 views is kind of like funny because now we get like 7,000, right? They got a lot bigger. There was a time when we were getting like 500 views and less because the prop firm thing just got so big. And I was refusing to do anything with it. And I wasn't doing affiliates, nothing. I was just trading my live futures account and like my real futures account. And nobody cared to watch. That's kind of what it was like. Why did you jinx my trade, cartoon? Dang it. Matt Kors is doing it, but they get a lot of attention. Yeah, but he's also not that like great of a trader either. No shade thrown. He's just you know, like he's a new trader. It's like most of the new streamers. Not really that great. Fun to watch, nice people, I'm sure, but a lot of people like Dakota's the same way. Newer traders, they just don't really do that well. We don't really attract a big audience. Typically, like you have to do really well. Like Rips does very well as a trader. He's a very good trader. That's why Rips has a big audience, you know. You see you win, people will join you and stick around. That Kors doesn't have a clue is what you're saying. I only watched him for the GameStop memes, you know. I don't watch to learn anything about trading. He takes ridiculous risk. Well, yeah, he doesn't know how to trade. No shade being thrown. I mean, I've never seen him do anything that made sense to me. Do I know Austin Silver? I don't know him personally. I know of him through social media. I don't think him and I have ever interacted with each other before. UVXY is one of your favorite derivatives. Oh yeah, we watch UVXY like a hawk here. One of our best things we do. We always watch liquidity maps on VIX just to see if we have any kind of pressure on this. While the VIX is kind of like elevated over the last couple of days, the liquidity map and flow on VIX is still pressuring it lower. As you see, the volatility has kind of collapsed multiple times. The flow is certainly short on UVXY. So if you guys see the arrows off to the right of my screen, that's predicting direction based on flow. This is my algo right here. This is pointing up. So this is upward flow, which is what I'm hoping I get an upward move. You think that was a trend line liquidity sweep? I think that's just the 2 o'clock reset. Usually on hourly basis, most of these firms will likely like reposition on the clock sometimes. This happened to just be on the clock. Has a lot to do with options and options valuation, right? Some people may calculate their risk on their theta losses by the hour. They might have adjusted and said, oh my God, my risk is very high. We have an hour till close. Let me adjust my risk by shorting futures or longing futures or whatever, right? Because theta starts to tick, you know, in real time on your options. And so we start to see sometimes, usually on the hour. That's probably just because somebody has a strategy there, preparing for close. Like, okay, the market's been selling off. You know, I'm definitely hemorrhaging money. I've got this much value left in my options. They're going to expire out of the money. I'm going to lose $1 million. Well, let me go ahead and short futures just in case. And if the options go up, then I make the money on the options or whatever. You know, it could be some hedging play, but nothing happened. It was just on the hour. So whatever caused it, who knows? You trade VIX institutionally? You work in bonds now? Oh, nice. Do you know Ben Eifert, that guy? I chat with him all the time on Twitter. That guy's a powerhouse, man, of knowledge. That's like one of the smartest guys I know on social media. He's a VIX, institutional VIX trader. That guy's like a gold mine of VIX information. Like when resistance is at a round number. I do too. I don't know where he lives. Okay, let's hang in there. Markets. That was great, dude. You know, the My Funded show we were on yesterday, the one yesterday, had the highest views. Yesterday, by the way, you guys have to thank y'all for that. Yesterday was My Funded Futures TV's highest viewed show, the one that we were on. Which is incredible. So we had the biggest viewer base, period. Before that, there was like 4,000, 4,500. Tyler was on there. There was 4,500. That's one of the bigger ones. I think like Tanya went on, and then that was the biggest one for a while at 7.7. And then we go on, and that's 8.6, baby. Ty, you have like the third. What's up, bro? You still here, man? You have like the third biggest stream, dude. Third or fourth biggest stream on there, man. You brought some views too. But yeah, we pulled up the biggest. Now, and not really taking all the credit of that. The stream was 2 hours longer. But I heard that we had 2,000 concurrent viewers, which was their biggest that they've had, which was great. So that's nice, man. Their views got a big bump. They had almost 9,000 yesterday, almost 7,000 today. Good deal. Let me see Brian for a little. How's Brian doing today, man? Is he getting chopped up? Is he crushing it? Hey, you know I missed? I'm gonna have to catch up on his Tradeify from this morning. I was like gonna pop in on my phone and just like say hey, but by the time I popped on, I picked up. I was like, oh shit, Brian's streaming. So I got on my phone to like go say hey in the Tradeify chat, and then like stream ended 6 minutes ago. I was like, oh no, I missed it. He's always there for you when I'm not around. Yeah. It's a blessing, iDoc, and you're not around a lot. So yeah. Oh, well, all right. Market, all right, what the hell is going on here? Let me double check that I'm not missing that my news isn't turned off. Anybody talking? There's a lot of like, let's see what's going on. Nothing. This is the second big volume sell we've been seeing leading into close. That's two very unusual volume spikes. I'm not really sure how meaningful that is or what that's doing, but that being said, I think I'm okay with just like taking profit and calling it a day. If I miss out on the big run up later, I don't even care. I'm all right with that. That account's basically back to like red. I don't even care. I don't want to gamble in the close. So that's the only account I've been trying to work on to try to get it profit, but that one's down to minus 168, and I'm okay with that. It was a good day today. I guess like I'm way too reactive today. We got boot camp in an hour too, so. I was just saying unusual stuff like this, I get a little nervous. Why are people dumping from here? Like, what do they know, right? Like, what kind of like end of the day bombshell is Donald Trump going to drop on the news market, right? Two really large candles out of the blue. Let me make sure it's not like a major hedge pressure break or something. No, Nvidia's good. Tariffs on, off. Yeah, exactly, right? Apple pressing the new lows. That's something. And a lot of volume came from Apple when it broke technical lows, but I don't think that's enough to cause all of this. But Apple's are getting close to lows of the day. Half gap is the weakest point. Half gap is a really liquid spot, and liquid spots are like magnets for price, and liquid markets don't usually crash. Half gap, we use the resilience indicator, the white one at the bottom of the screen, to pivot half gap. Resilience is negative, half gap pivots down. Resilience is positive, half gap pivots up. Kind of the approach. People think it's selling off and then pump it to the moon. Yeah, kind of like me sitting here in this long and being like, you know what? Should I take it? Should I hold on? Let me just be a wuss and stop out. Yeah, I did. So, iDoc, I promised Tyler no rent if he wants to give daily walks to Pickle. Oh, dude, she would love that. She would love that. She'd love for you to walk with her. She like walks Pickle all the time. But while I'm streaming, so. She's always like, come walk Pickle with me. Israel ceasefire with Hamas? Is that what that is? Yeah, I don't know if that would do much to the stock market, though. I tend to like... That is good thought, though, because that is what happened. That is the news at that moment. I have a hard time, though, thinking that a lot of that, or the Russia-Ukraine, really does much to the stock market. Gotta be something. Appeals court halted ruling temporarily? Is that what it is? Wow, that went through the appeals court quick. That's what it was. Okay. U.S. appeals court reinstates Trump tariffs during appeal. Tariffs on, tariffs off, tariffs on. We need time to consider the filings. Appeals court temporarily halts ruling against Trump tariffs. So, who did he threaten to remove from office or something, right? No, I'm just kidding. Tariffs on, tariffs off. Tariffs on, tariffs off. The boot camp starts in an hour, which, by the way, I'll probably just take a break and call it a day for the stream. I need a break. Really? Yeah, we've retraced the entire pump off of that ruling. Yep. Well, now that I know what the news is, I'm glad I'm not in the long anymore. I don't think that's bullish news. But at least I did make a little bit of money on that trade. I went from minus 1,600 to minus 168 on that account. That's not good. That's not bad. Tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. or sorry, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, an hour before market opens, I am live every day. You guys are funny. Oh, so if you purchase the boot camp, you can do one of both. You can either wait 2 weeks when we start over, because we're halfway through, or you can jump in right now and still learn as you go. There's nothing really bad against jumping in late. You might just not have learned everything. But you can also do that such that you're prepared for the new start in 2 weeks. You can also go back and watch the videos in at any time you want to catch up. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Y'all take it easy. This was fun. And I'm going to get out of here. Take an hour break before I head off to my boot camp here. And we will see you guys later. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good day. Decent day. I made some money. Not going to complain. Shows the way, leave the doubt and the fray. Liquidity map paints the scene, hidden notes like ghosts unseen. Reverse engineer to see the light, illuminate the darkest night. Rocket scooter has got the key. Pull back curtains, let me see where institutions hide. Doubt can't live where you reside. Trends we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing past the others cross. Institutions will be seen. Predict the flow like a machine. Rocket scooter, you've got the key. Pull back curtains, let me see where institutions hide. Doubt can't live where you reside. Trends we ride with heads held high.
Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing paths the others cross. Institutions will be seen.